And good evening and welcome to Ripon High School and Ingalls Field for Friday Night Football as the Ripon Tigers on senior night. They host the Wautoma Hornets in a big game here this evening. I'm Lynn Krause, along with my longtime partner and pal, Marty Ernser. And Marty, I want to set the stage here for tonight. You've got the Tigers. Overall, 1 win, 7 losses. You've got Wautoma, overall, 1 win, 7 losses. But let me tell you how important this game is. The winner of this game tonight, Marty, goes this way. If Ripon wins, they finish the season winning 2 of their final 3 games, which is huge.
Yeah.
If Wautoma wins, they finish the season winning their final 2 games, which is huge. So, you know, even though on the outside world it may not seem like much of a game, but to us here, Ripon and Wautoma, this is a big game for these kids.
Hey, let's stay on that line of what happens if Ripon can beat the Hornets of Wautoma. Right now it's Adams Friendship, Wautoma, and Ripon in conference, each with 1 win. And so they're bringing up the rear. Well, Adams Friendship, if I have to place money with the odds makers, it plays Berlin tonight, it's not going to end pretty for Adams Friendship. No. And if that holds serve and Ripon is able to beat Wautoma, hey, they're going to go up to the 5th spot in the conference, from the basement to the 5th position. So that's kind of cool. But to your point, yeah, going to be a lot of emotion. We had a chance to talk to the head coach, and he talked about that. The bell cow that was missing the Ripon team a week ago due to continuous hamstring issues and even part of an injury of a year ago that held him out for the last 2 games last season has kind of resurfaced for Mr. Stelmacher, number 23, is who I'm talking about here, Parker Stelmacher. He's back tonight.
Mm-hmm. Good. And we want to thank you for watching and listening here on youtube.com/Ripon channel. Marty, just a couple of things about Wautoma. You know, they've come close a couple of times this season. As we mentioned last week, beat Adams Friendship. But they only lost to Waupun by 5, 26-21.
Yeah.
Mauston by 11, 34-23.
Yeah.
Poynette, which, of course, I don't know much about, not being in the conference, but only 14-7. So they've come close. And I think, like Ripon, from game 1 to game 9, great improvement.
Yeah, we've seen it. Coach Selgrad, I know, is going to tell you if he was up in this booth that we got to be more consistent because, you know, Ripon will look brilliant in 1 or 2 series, and then the bottom falls out.
Yeah.
You know, so they got to be more consistent. But both these teams have, and going into this game, I'll say Ripon probably the underdog for the reasons you just stated. But I'm all jacked for this. For considering 2 teams with 1 win on the season, I'm looking for a real spirited, emotional game.
You know, just want to go back to last week. That first half for the Tigers, okay, Nakusa scores their first 3 possessions. Ripon only scored 1 out of 3, but they had the ball inside the 5-yard line on those other 2 and couldn't make it happen.
And they did it without playing with number 23 Stelmacher, and that has been their problem all summer, right? Shooting oneself in the proverbial foot. We're going to break for the national anthem?
Yeah, I tell you what, let's do this, Jonathan. Let's go to our pregame right now.
Hey, we're just minutes away from the kickoff here at Ingalls Field. Ripon High School, the Tigers, taking on the visitors from up north, the Hornets of Wautoma. And what's interesting about this matchup tonight, in the last few weeks, each team has snagged their first victory of the season. And need I say, this is the last game of the season for these 2 ball clubs. So, boy, does this really set the stage for an interesting matchup. Coach, Andrew Selgrad always takes the time to join us. That's greatly appreciated. Thank you.
No, thank you.
How do you come into this game, Coach? First of all, I want to talk about your health. Where are you at as a team?
We're fairly healthy for the most part. So
considering the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, all the dings and all that. We're in pretty good shape.
Okay. For you guys, you know, you're going to be the boot or you're going to be the fanny. What do you guys got to do to pull this one off tonight? If you have to take the first thing you start with, what's going to be the most important thing? I think I know the answer.
It's got to be physical. We got to be physical right away from the first kick. So it's going to be an intense game because both teams want that last victory of the season. We want to send their seniors off with the victory, off in the sunset, as it were. So it's going to be really important for us to just be physical right away.
That win against Boston, that second half, it was like I had to check, are these still the same players, particularly I felt on the defensive side of the ball. How can we recapture that tonight? Can we get that running around like your hair's on fire and attacking defensively?
Yeah, having Parker back this week is going to really help us because that senior leadership is really missed on both sides of the ball, but especially on defense. So having him back is going to be a really big thing for us. And so, again, it's going to be – defense is all about emotion. You want to attack somebody, you want to be very physical, and you want to hit someone. So having that emotional leader back out there is going to be huge.
That's an interesting comment because – how very often you talk about, the offensive prowess of a particular player, and that's the one who gets the headlines and the ink and so forth. So, yeah, what he brings to the defensive side of things will be important, obviously.
Absolutely.
It'll be about stopping the run tonight, huh?
Yep. Oh, yeah, absolutely. They're like us, run-first team, and they do a pretty good job. They got some really good running backs, and so we got to be Johnny on the spot and making sure we're filling the right gaps.
Okay. I have no idea what offense they run. Coach, can you tell me?
It's basically, it feels like deja vu all over again. It's the same kind of offense we've been facing the last 2 weeks. So just that T formation, wing T formation, just try and pound it in the gap. So
Old school north-south physical.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, listen, this is our last game of the season. I want to thank you for your time.
Nice.
And by all means, best of luck to you and your ball club.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Hey, we're going to be back for the kickoff in just a moment.
Opening kickoff, but the officials started the game 3 minutes early here, but it was Wautoma winning the toss. They deferred. Ripon received the kickoff. They're defending the north goal. The kickoff was right to a Ripon player who jumped on it, Marty.
It was a squib kick.
So he jumped on it quickly and kept possession.
Great field position for the Tigers on their own 45.
And it's 1st and 10. Nathan Hansen with the handoff to Stellmacher. Aforementioned that he's back in action tonight after suffering a lower body injury. But one thing, Marty, as we come up on second down, the Tigers will be without Braden Dudzinski with a lower body injury.
Right.
So that's going to be a tough deal for Ripon, especially on defense.
Absolutely on defense. I totally agree. You took the words from my mouth. So Wautoma comes out with a 4-man front. 43.
Ripon's play gains 3, second down 7. Hansen back to pass, looking down the middle of the field. He's going to overthrow the intended receiver, Noah Michael, and it was Peyton Pika on the coverage.
Pretty good coverage.
Just a bit overthrown. The captains for the Tigers tonight were Declan Dudzinski, Carter Kissinger, Parker Stellmacher, all seniors. And for Wautoma, Michael Roski, Brandon Miranda, Tyler McAdoo, Chris Henderson, and Marty, the return of Jordan Perkins tonight, this time in a Wautoma uniform after playing his first 3 seasons at Ripon. Here's Hansen running strong to the left side. He cuts inside, gets a first down, and in Hornet territory at the 40.
He's not known for being that much of a running quarterback, but we have seen in the latter stages of this season where he has run for very important yards at the right moment. And what better example right there on your first possession on 3rd and long.
I'll tell you, he ran a long way, too. He ran all the way to the sidelines, and then down a little bit and cut in.
And I went, because I see the defense had the angle on him. Well, I guess not. Great job by Hansen.
Yeah, first down for the Tigers at the Wautoma 40, just underway here at Ingalls Field on the Ripon Channel. Hansen, Stellmacher, inside the 40. Flag down, and down about the 37.
I didn't think he got him on the face mask, but let's see if this side judge thinks that it was a face mask or not. Let's see.
And the official says, yeah, Marty, you were right on it. Face mask. So that'll give the Tigers automatic first down plus some yardage.
Yeah, that was one of the big fellas, number 75, I think. 76, excuse me. Got him with that big paw. And so what a huge positive thing for the Tigers. Maybe not so positive for Stellmacher since he was the victim of the face mask. Add 15 onto that 4-yard gain.
And that puts the ball at the Wautoma 22-yard line, where it is 1st and 10. 10 minutes, 26 seconds remaining in the first quarter. This is the opening possession of the game. Hansen awaits a snap. Back to pass, looking down into the end zone. Caught, touchdown, Declan Dudzinski.
What an opening drive for the host team, the Ripon Tigers. Wow.
A 22-yard pitch and catch from Nathan Hansen to Declan Dudzinski, and we've seen that a handful of times this season.
And we saw it on the only win this season by Ripon on that skinny post to Declan Dudzinski on about a 65-yard post for a scoring touchdown in the third quarter for their only win couple weeks ago. Wow.
And now the point after touchdown kick is up, and it hits the upright and bounces back into play. No good.
I was just going to say, in practice, he hit that same upright. So we now have established one thing for sure. This young man can kick for the New York Jets.
Yeah, he hit it twice, didn't he?
Yes, he did in the fourth quarter. And unfortunately, our kicker doesn't make quite the same salary for doinks. I think that's the new word since the Chicago Bears did that in the playoff game.
Yeah, doink.
They call him doinks. Yeah.
Well, 10 minutes and 12 seconds here remain in the first quarter, and the Tigers have jumped out to a quick 6-0 lead, aided by, first off, a penalty, face mask, and then the long 22-yard touchdown pass to Declan Dudzinski. And here on senior night, for Ripon, you really couldn't ask for a better start.
Wautoma coming off their first win of the year against Adams Friendship, 33-14. So they got a taste of victory finally. So let's see what they're going to do with their first opportunity on offense. Talked to Coach in our pregame interview with head coach Andrew Selgrad. What can the defense for Ripon, can they recapture that second half they had in that win where they flew around? And he made the good point in that interview that for those people that saw it and heard it, that, defense is all about emotion. And let's see what these guys are going to do following the kickoff defensively.
Carter Kissinger set to kick off from the 40-yard line, which is the high school rule. It's a good kick.
It is.
Over everybody's head into the end zone.
Oh, my.
And that's going to be a touchback. So the Hornets will begin now at their own 20-yard line. Marty, one of the players to watch for these Hornets, this number 11, Skylar Royston. He has 1,003 yards on the season.
Yeah, and what a great game he had last week in their only win of the season. That young man had 34 attempts for 254 yards, 4 touchdowns, averaged 7.5 yards every time he touched the pigskin.
The quarterback is Peyton Pika, and here's a handoff to the running back. Wow, 25, 30. Down he goes at the 35-yard line on a nice hit out there by Eric Cumber. But, wow, what a run by Skylar Royston.
Coach said they're facing the same offense they've been facing the last few weeks. It's a lot of north-south running, wing T, full T, backfields. So it's physical. You got lead backs. Sure enough, here they are.
Lining up in sort of that wishbone offense. Oh, fumble. It's bad snap, but was mishandled.
Look at this. Look at this.
Looks like the Tigers have the ball, and they do.
Wow.
At the Wautoma 36.
And it looked like Peyton Pika, the sophomore quarterback, I think he's the one that lost the handle on it.
It was some sort of mishandled snap of some sort, and that worked for the Tigers. I didn't catch to see who recovered it.
1st and 10 on the Wautoma 36 for Ripon.
But good enough.
Hansen, the quarterback for the Tigers, coming in right now, was talking to Coach Selgrad. Let's see what he has in mind. A lot of times coaches at any level of the sport like to go for the jugular right away on a turnover.
Ball's at the right hash mark. 1st down and 10. Hansen, Stellmacher, cuts up off that right tackle, finding yardage tough to come by, maybe gets one to the 35-yard line.
Unofficially his 3rd carry, and I'd say that, I think his best run so far has been between 3 and 4 yards. Below, very pedestrian.
Coming off the bottom of the pile was Jordan Perkins, the former Ripon student-athlete whose family moved to the Wautoma School District, so he plays for the Hornets tonight. So a gain of 1, 2nd down 9, ball at the 35. Hansen in the shotgun, awaits the snap, has it, looks left to pass, throws, caught. Oh, Dudzinski incomplete. He was trying to run before he caught it. Had some room out there, but could not bring it down.
Here we are, 3rd and long again. On the first possession, that was a quarterback keeper end around, good enough for a 1st down, kept the drive alive for the eventual 22-yard touchdown pass connection to Declan Dudzinski from Hansen. What do they do here on 3rd and long? It's a passing situation.
It is 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers.
Got a block.
2 receivers to the left. Hansen Stellmacher cuts up the middle off right tackle, crosses the 30, stays on his feet to about the 29, and he's going to be about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
So they'll go for
it. I was going to say that's very makeable for the Tigers on a 4th and 3 coming up.
We'll find out if it's makeable or not on the next snap. But for sure, given the real estate, the location of the ball inside the 30 of the visitors, you're playing, this is your last game. Seniors in particular, this is the last game you're ever going to play in high school. Most of these kids will not go on and play at the next level of Division III college. So this has a lot of meaning.
Snap, Stellmacher up the middle. He got caught, but he fights his way forward, and it depends on the mark whether he's going to have the 1st down or not, and I'm going to say he does. I think he's got it.
I'm just saying, I think it's a forward progress. Brandon Miranda.
Boy, it's
Brandon
close.
Miranda, number 70, is the one that grabbed him. Almost looked like a horse collar, to be honest with you, on his back. Number 70, that interior tackle. Great effort by the senior for the Hornets, and he was the one that kind of blew the play up. Now we got a player for Ripon.
Oh, boy.
Sitting down, and I hope it's not Stellmacher.
Yeah, I don't know. But, well, now he's up, but it is Stellmacher.
No,
that left leg.
What happened was 70 got on his back, and Stellmacher dragged him, and he's going to be done for the night. And that is a huge blow to Ripon.
Yep, lower body injury there, and
it's
he got the 1st down, though.
Yeah, that is how the kid's got to be just heartbroken his last high school football game. Now, I'm saying he's done for the night based on the fact that he's probably a re-injury of that hamstring. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just an ankle. They tape it, and he goes. We'll find out. But right now, the ones that are out there, I think we know who the running load now falls on to Eric Cumber, number 4, the junior, who had the lone football score last week on a 65-yard run.
And he had 131 total yards rushing last week in Stellmacher's place. So 1st and 10. Here's Cumber, off right tackle, 25, fighting his way to about the 21-yard line. A nice strong run of 5 yards for the Tigers to make it 2nd and 5.
Great lean, great finish, kept the legs going. It was 3 weeks ago he had 99 yards on the season. And then, like you said, over the last week, over 130 rushing. So he's getting his opportunities here down the lower stretch as a benefactor of Stellmacher's injuries. And let's hope, for the sake of the Tigers, he's up to it. And it comes down to that offensive line up front, too. Looks like that defensive front for Wautoma, the down 4 linemen, are formidable.
2nd and 5, Hansen. Back to pass, looking left. And it's knocked down by number 76, Michael Roski of Wautoma.
Yeah, there's no coaching size, right? He gets off the ball nice. The future Big Ten
lineman, yes.
lineman.
He is a Wisconsin commit.
So he's got feet, and now you give him that stature with those long arms. You can see why on the play action. It was a great call, play action pass. And he just blew the play up coming off of that right defensive edge.
You don't see many high school kids at this level, 6'7", 290 pounds. But that's what Roski is. He knocked the ball down to make it 3rd and 5. Hansen back to pass again. He's going to look down the middle of the field. He's got Dudzinski. Another touchdown for the Tigers. And this one's a 21-yard touchdown pass.
It looked like a fly, then he broke it off, a little more like a skinny post again. Boy, that's his MO. If he gets a tattoo, I would have that pass pattern. My tattooed, because he is cornering the market on that, and what a great toss by Hansen. Those two have definitely come together at the end of the season and are very much on the same page.
And throughout the season, Declan Dudzinski, his speed on the outside to the middle of the field, defenders have had a difficult time keeping up to him.
Now, it's early. Ripon, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. Outstanding. And now you got special teams, you got defense. You got to enjoy that touchdown for about 2 seconds. Now get back to work. And you got to play almost, when you're on kickoff coverage and defense, you got to almost play like you're behind.
6 minutes and 52 seconds remain here in the first quarter. And the Tigers now with 2 touchdowns to lead 13-zip. First, a 22-yard pass to Declan Dudzinski from Nathan Hansen, and just finished up a 21-yard touchdown pass to Declan Dudzinski from Nathan Hansen. And both were pretty down the middle of the field, and the Tigers are rolling.
I'll tell you got 2 capable return men right now, in Perkins and Royston. And we saw what Royston can do on the first carry for them from the line of scrimmage. So you better be thinking on your kickoff coverage. Lane responsibility is very important. Don't get sucked in if you're on the other side of the field thinking, well, that's where the ball is. And all of a sudden you've lost your responsibilities. These guys are both capable of taking it to the house.
Carter Kissinger set to kick off.
Boy, what a kick he had last time.
Nice one. It's going to be Royston at the 7-yard line, out to the 15-20, up the middle, 25-30. And now he cuts left and going to be brought down at the 34-yard line by the Tigers' Connor Shardukian. The sophomore makes a nice tackle, and Wautoma will try again on their second possession, this time at their own 34-yard line.
Here we go, defense. Your coach said it tonight in the pregame. Defense is about emotion. Metaphorically, you want to come out and throw that punch and let the people on the other side of the line of scrimmage know you came to play.
Handoff Royston, 35-40.
There we go.
To about the 42. He goes down, gains 8, 2nd and 2 coming up.
Yeah, almost 9, really.
Now it looks like we have, is that Noah Michael, number 5? Yep, coming off, limping a little bit on that left ankle. Or left leg, anyway. But the officials will give him 9 to the 43 to make it 2nd and 1.
Yeah.
So the quarterback, Pika, under center. Pitches it out.
They got the edge.
This is Perkins, 45, 50 midfield.
My.
He's got speed down the left side, cuts in.
Nobody.
He is going to be to the 15-yard line for Wautoma.
I don't know who has outside on that, but there was nobody for Ripon on that edge. They didn't have to even block anybody. Wow.
And Perkins followed his blockers very well all the way to the 15.
He was going 60% speed. There was nobody there. He was just kind of waiting for it to form down that sideline. Ripon should feel fortunate they didn't score. Whoever has that responsibility on the edge cannot allow that to happen.
So here we go. Here's the handoff to the running back, Brady Abbots. And he's going to get down to about the 12 for a gain of around 3 yards. And now a Tiger is down.
What's going on here tonight with Tigers?
That's
Jeez Louise, at 74.
That's John Moreno Valdez. He's a sophomore. And, yeah, that's difficult. So, let's see. We are at 5 minutes, 31 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And again, Tigers 13, Hornets 0. Tell you what, let's take a break, and we'll be back after the injury. All right, we are back. The injured player, John Marino Valdez, walked off on his own power, so that's a good sign. It's second down and 7 now for Wautoma. Pika, Royston, left side, cuts to the outside,
boy.
10, 5, he dives for the pylon. It's a touchdown, Wautoma Hornets.
Boy, was that easy. They do it all on the ground. That reminds me of last week's game with Nakusa. Just physical, coming at you, a lot of bodies, and Ripon's going to have to figure out how to sort that out. You can't take a side. You got to cowboy up. You got to man up.
It's a 13-yard run by Skylar Royston for Wautoma, and I don't know what the over-under was on this game tonight, but by golly, I guess I should take the over.
No, it's a little early for that.
The point after touchdown kick is good.
Wow.
So 5 minutes, 15 seconds remain here in the first quarter, and we've been busy. It's now the Ripon Tigers 13 and the Wautoma Hornets 7.
And Wautoma scored 33 last week, as I mentioned earlier, so that's not uncommon for them. So we got a ball game.
We do indeed.
Can Ripon respond? Nobody has had to bring out punt team yet. Ripon with 2 possessions, 2 scores. The second one, of course, being set up on a turnover. And then Wautoma, with their second possession, marched it right down the field in short fashion, set up on one long run. But they're going to have to do a much better job of contain Ripon on defense. But special teams first. And let's see.
So doing the kicking off for the Hornets, number 73, Aaron Sanders, just a sophomore. And Wautoma, like Ripon, a lot of underclassmen.
Yes.
Every time both teams touch the ball on offense, it's an underclassman.
Yeah. Half of this game is junior varsity.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so we await the kickoff. And let's see what we have. It's a squibber. And it's going to be taken at the 30. And bringing it out to the 34. There's a big fella out there for.
Well, he initially got it, and he was thinking, boy, maybe I'll take a knee.
And it probably should have, because he's on his knees right now.
Well, it was awkward when he got hit, and I was hoping he would cover up the ball better. Now his right leg is bothering him.
And I think that's John Moreno Valdez again.
Well, maybe he should have covered it up and not run with it.
That's what it looks like. So we've had an injury-prone first quarter, and they've all been Ripon Tigers here. This is the 4th stoppage for injury.
This kid has been, I look back at this season, he's been, down on the field a few times this season.
Yeah.
More than a few, actually.
And he brought the ball out to the 34, so when play resumes, it will be first down and 10 from that location with 5 minutes and 12 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. He's getting up again, but
that
he's
right
pretty
leg,
gimpy this time on his
the right
lower
leg.
body.
Yeah, the right leg, it would appear. Wow. He's a sophomore.
Yeah, tough kid. Plays both ways. All right.
Well, Stellmacher's got his left leg taped.
He's going to try and loosen it up.
Yeah, it's in the calf area, which if you have a hamstring issue, that's the thigh. So we'll have to see if that's if it's doable. Only one person knows for sure, and that's number 23. Coach has the final say whether he goes in or not. 1st and 10.
Hansen to Cumber, right side, crosses the 35 to the 38. So that's a nice gain of about 4 yards for Eric Cumber.
The front seven does a nice job for Wautoma. By that I mean you're not calling out jersey numbers on the tackles from the secondary. It's being handled up front, and that 4-3, sometimes a 4-4 defense.
The tackler was Alan Jimenez Cervantes.
You couldn't wait to say that last name. I know it.
A junior
You were practicing
lineman.
at home in the mirror. I'll guarantee it. Folks, I know this guy.
All right, 2nd down and 6. Ball at the right hash. Hansen gets the snap. Going to be Cumber again. Crosses the 40-45. Almost to midfield to the 49, but it's a Tigers first down.
Great acceleration right up that A-gap. And he's got some nice acceleration there is the best way to describe what number 4 just did for that first down.
He comes out, and coming in will be Vincent Mink. And it's out to the 49 of Ripon. A big first down and 10.
So we go from a junior running back to a sophomore running back, number 10, Mink.
Hansen, Mink, midfield, now into Wautoma territory. Still fighting. He gets to about the Wautoma 45.
6-yard gain. Nice job. I'll tell you what's making me nervous is the snap. It has been high the last 3 snaps. Quarterback's having to get his hands well above his head. And that is just something waiting to explode against the Tigers. They got to get that under control right now. You don't wait for it to happen. And look who's back out there for the Tigers in the running back spot.
Number 23, Parker Stellmacher. We'll see if he gets the ball, and we'll see what he looks like.
What a nice run by Vincent Mink, the sophomore.
2nd down and 4 coming up. We'll probably get a taste of Stellmacher right away, don't you think?
Yeah, test it.
Hansen.
Blitz.
Stellmacher.
And that's the blitzer right there.
Yep. No gain.
Run blitz right up that gap, 55. Great job for them. Jacob Smiley, a sophomore. Doesn't look like a sophomore.
So no gain. Now 3rd and 4 for Ripon. And Stellmacher didn't have much chance that time as he got the ball, and no sooner as he got the ball, boom, he got hit.
Well, it was the run blitz. He was already past the line of scrimmage, the linebacker, for the stoppage of no gain against a quality running back. 3rd and 4.
From the 45, Hansen back to pass, looking left, throws, Dudzinski, he makes the catch at the 27-yard line.
That ball fluttered like a wounded duck, and Dudzinski were the wherefore-all to come back to it and scoop that up under his forearms, huh? What a grab.
It was, and will correct me down to the 26-yard line, where it's going to be a big first down and a gain of 19 yards.
I'll tell you, Dudzinski has really turned himself into a quality receiver. He touches it, he catches it more times than not.
And don't look now, Hansen's 3 out of 3, all to Declan Dudzinski. Hansen going to keep it. Go left side, and maybe a yard to the 25 before he's brought down.
I almost looks like that was a miscue in the backfield.
I wonder,
I'm not sure. You could see it. It thought it was going to go the other way, and the quarterback realized that something was amiss and did the right thing and just kept it himself and got out of it what he could, which turns out to be basically no gain.
That's right.
Better than the loss.
Yeah, that is true. I thought maybe he had gotten to the 25, but the officials said no. 2nd down, 10 from the Wautoma 26.
They're blitzing every play again.
Hansen back Down the middle of the field, Dudzinski. He almost had it. He just couldn't hang on. It was good coverage there by Marshall Woyak of Wautoma. Falls incomplete, and I think we have a flag down.
Yeah, we do. Woyak, just a sophomore. Great coverage, actually, on Dudzinski, the sophomore on the senior. Woyak actually had a really nice game defensively last week, leading the team in tackles. So that speaks well for a sophomore. And your only win of the year to lead your defense in tackles. And we have a penalty against Ripon that was declined.
And it was an illegal offensive lineman downfield. And that's also loss of down, so now it's 3rd and 10.
Bad break for Ripon on the penalty. But more importantly, I think the silver lining is the offensive line coach now knows that his men can run.
All right, 3rd and 10, Hansen. Back to pass again, this time going to his right. Overthrows the receiver, Dylan Martina, to bring up 4th down.
Oh, boy. You can't punt here, so you got to go for it.
Got to go. So the ball still remains at the Hornets 26. The Tigers are going to take time out to talk about this.
Just not a good series whatsoever there for Ripon. And that last three plays. Last week, Berlin continued their winning ways, giving up only their 2nd touchdown in conference on the entire season, but thrashing the Warriors of Waupun 53-6. Wisconsin Dells, after 3 quarters last week, was leading Mauston only 21-13, pulled away with 2 touchdowns in the 4th to beat Mauston 35-21. Nakusa, as you know, had their way with Ripon last week up in Nakusa on the ground game, beating us 46-6. The lone score coming from number 4, Eric Cumber, the junior running back for the Tigers. And then Wautoma, I've talked about it a few times, beat Adams Friendship 33-14. And they're looking for back-to-back victories here in Ripon tonight. And they would be happy with that for sure. They only have 5 seniors on that squad. Ripon with 9 seniors on their squad. So this is this is senior night. And not just for parents of Ripon, but seniors realizing it's the last time they're going to be playing on this field.
All right, 4th and 10 from the Wautoma 26-yard line. Hansen awaits a snap. He has it. Looking to pass down the middle of the field. Dylan Martina catches it at the 8-yard line, but I think it's going to be offensive pass interference.
Oh, yeah, he pushed off.
I think he did, yeah.
That's too bad because you didn't have to. That's too bad. You got to know what's going on. Nice catch by the young man, but you can't be so blatant with a push-off.
Well, let's see what the official says.
Unless maybe they saw something different.
Oh, the ball was tipped.
Therefore, there was no pass interference. There's the break. Now we know why the ball looked like an end-over-end kickoff.
Yes, it did. Well, the catch by Martina down to the 8-yard line, and that gives the Tigers 1st and goal.
So just so the viewers understand, if that ball's not tipped, it's offensive pass interference, 1st and 10 for Wautoma back at the 26-yard line. But because it was tipped, then everything is called off, and every man for himself.
Pretty much right, yeah.
Now, if we were doing an interview with that young man, I wonder if he knows, I knew the ball was tipped and I could push off.
Yeah, that's what he'd say, but I don't know if it'd be truthful.
Well, that'd be a smart thing to say. I mean, he has a future as an attorney.
All right. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
Here we go. Tigers going for their 3rd score on 3rd possession.
Hansen, Stellmacher, and no yardage there. He's going to be tackled immediately, and doesn't look, he's still a gimpy on that left ankle, and he just doesn't have that speed off the bat.
I'm using the adjective explosiveness.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the explosiveness. Those legs of his have taken a beating over the last couple of few seasons. Let's see what he's got on 2nd and long.
2nd and goal from the 8. So Hansen has got the snap. Looking left side, and it's intercepted.
Oh, no.
Jordan Perkins, and this is going to be a pick 6.
There was nobody there in black. Did he catch him?
Yep, 30, 20, 10, and a touchdown. A pick six.
There was nobody in black on that out pattern. I think Jordan Perkins was as surprised as anybody.
That's got to be a 97-yard interception return for Wautoma. And, wow, what a homecoming for Jordan Perkins, now playing for Wautoma. Wow.
Oh, my. What a turn of events.
That ties the game up here now at 13 apiece, pending the point after touchdown kick.
We talked pregame, you and I up here in the booth, talking about Perkins coming home, and we said, you made a comment about he doesn't have the big offensive numbers this season. And I said no, and that's because of his teammate, Skylar Royston, number 11. But then we talked about, maybe he's really doing a lot of focus on defense. That was pretty good focus on the last play.
It was indeed. Point after touchdown kick is good. So with 7 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, things have changed.
Oh, boy.
With the Hornets now leading the Tigers 14-13.
Now, Hansen's thrown his share of interceptions this year, so I like to think he's going to be looking at this no different, in that you better get a short memory. Like any good defensive back will tell you, when you get exploited and give up 6 as a defensive back, you got to get a short-term memory. Well, our quarterback, the Ripon Tigers, has to do that. He's got to forget about what just happened and regroup, because he's going to be going back out there leading his offensive unit. Meanwhile, we got to keep tabs on Parker Stellmacher and see where we think he's at physically, huh?
Yeah, I would agree. What a beautiful evening again. We were just showing you the almost full moon that is up in the sky. I think the full moon is tomorrow.
Yeah, I would say the 1 o'clock position looks a little flat, and that's why it's not quite a full moon.
But it's pretty close.
I majored in political science. Doesn't know anything about moons. But I did spend the night at a Holiday Inn. We got whistles on that kickoff. So
offsides against Wautoma.
Yeah. Well, there's some anxiousness on your kickoff
Well,
team.
They're all pumped up after that big 97-yard interception return by Jordan Perkins.
Yeah, who's going to make the tackle on the ensuing kickoff if you're Wautoma? That's what that offsides was all about.
So they'll try it again. No time ran off the clock, so still 7 seconds remaining in the first.
This is critical mass right now for Ripon. The game started better than they could have hoped for, going up with 2 touchdowns to none. Well, now that's all changed. The tables have been turned. Ripon trailing by 1, and the way that it happened is in a way you want to forget about if you're a Ripon Tiger fan and a player. So here we go. You can turn things around really quick, starting with this kickoff return for the Tigers.
And here we go. Another squibber. And it's going to be taken. No, it's going out of bounds. It did not touch a Ripon player. It came close.
That's what I wasn't sure, whether it had touched him or not.
Apparently not.
And one official's talking to the other one. They're talking. They have to make sure that they agree it wasn't touched. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they seem comfortable with that. Whoa.
So let's see.
Good break for Ripon.
They're going to make him kick it again.
Yeah.
So still no time has gone off the clock. This is the 9th game of the season and the longest first quarter ever.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's not really – Ripon's passing the ball a decent amount, but no, you don't have the passing by the Hornets. So
well, you had 4 injury timeouts too.
You headed me off at the pass. That was my next comment.
So it's a 10-yard penalty, so now Wautoma will have to kick off from their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, we've had what? Is it all 4 Ripon players have been down on the turf?
3 Ripon players, 1 twice. So 4 times, yes.
Point being, the Hornets are all standing.
Yeah, that is correct, yeah. All right, now we get a nice kickoff taken at the 26-yard line. That I think is Declan Dudzinski. Nope, that's going to be Vincent Mink out there. He's going to go out to the 41.
Nice job.
Before he's brought down on a nice tackle there by Grasser. Elijah Grasser, he's a junior.
Nice return by the sophomore Mink.
And that ends the first quarter of play. And we move on. So after one, it is Wautoma 14, Ripon 13. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter here in just a moment. All right, we're about to begin the second quarter here. Ripon had a good start to the game with 2 touchdown passes from Nathan Hansen to Declan Dudzinski, one a 22-yard pass, the other a 21-yarder. But Wautoma has struck back as well with a 13-yard run by Skylar Royston, and then moments ago a 97-yard interception return by Jordan Perkins. So Ripon will have it on their own 40-yard line, first down and 10. Hansen goes to Stellmacher. Tries to go up. He does. Couple of yards, maybe 3, before he's brought down out there by Jacob Smiley.
Like I said, that defensive front doing a great job for the Hornets. Really forcing Ripon into second and third down long situations. You always talk about first and 10. You want to get at least 4 yards. Ripon's only done that a couple times tonight. They've used 3 different running backs. Cumber, when he came in, when Stellmacher left due to that left leg issue. And then even the sophomore,
Mink
got in for a nice carry of 4.
Second down, we'll call it 7.
Run blitz.
And it's going to be Stellmacher. No. Yes, it is. It was Stellmacher.
We got to do something different. They're run blitzing every time to the side that they think Stellmacher's going, and they're guessing, 80% of the time. Loss of couple yards.
Back to the 40 to make it third down and 10. So, loss of 3.
Got to come up with something different. Well, geez, Louise, look who just went in.
Yeah, Declan Dudzinski back in.
Gee, I wonder if it's going to be a pass.
Time will determine that.
And I wonder if 3 might have something to say about it. Nobody one-on-one. That sophomore's on him, number 1, who's done a pretty good job. Declan's back in the slot.
2 receivers to the left. There's Dudzinski. Catches it at the 40 on a quick receiver screen. Crosses the 45, midfield. First down, Tigers.
Third try is the charm. What a great effort by the senior, Declan.
The officials let him fight as his forward progress was not stopped, and he fought his way to the Wautoma 49, gain of 11, first and 10.
That might be the most hard-nosed effort on a 3rd and 10 by Dudzinski we've seen this season. Not to be denied. What an individual effort. And did get a nice block initially from his teammate.
Yeah, Kissinger.
Another senior.
All right, so the Tigers with a big first down, first and 10. Hansen.
Blitz.
Goes back to pass, looking down the middle of the field. It's caught at the 40. Down to the 38 goes Dylan Martina.
Martina's been one of his favorite targets other than Declan Dudzinski. I would say he's number 2, and he's just a junior. He'll be back next year. That combination of number 8, Hansen, the junior, to Martina, number 11, could be back all of next season, hopefully. What a nice job. Now, that pass pattern where Martina just broke down over the middle, they used that quite a bit last week against Nakusa.
That was a gain of 11. Colton Beekner made the tackle to the 38-yard line, and now Wautoma takes their first time out of the half.
I think that's good for Ripon. I think they can use a little bit of a break. Yeah, they got back-to-back first downs, some momentum going, but these guys are a little gassed too. And maybe they felt that way defensively too. I think the coach wants to talk to them over there in that defensive huddle to the visitors about what they want to do now that Hansen is opening up that passing attack because they're cheating on
Stellmacher.
Yeah. Thank you. And so, so it's a chess game. And so they moved into the short passing game, and it's back-to-back plays have resulted in first downs to Dudzinski first, and then Martina, the junior.
Well, after the timeout, it remains 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Hornet 38-yard line.
They've moved the ball between the 20s this season. It's finishing the deal.
Stelmacher up the middle, crosses the 35 to the 34.
Okay.
So a nice little run of about 4 yards for the Tigers.
Yeah, and that was key. 4.5, and that's key. They won first down. Now they're in a situation they can run or pass. Defense can't be so obvious that they're necessarily going to try to take away number 23 in the backfield of Ripon. Here we are in that second quarter. We'll talk about other matchups tonight around the conference as the regular season concludes a little later on.
Second down, 6.
No.
The ball was...
I think it's Wautoma ball.
Here's
the deal. Once the snap was messed up, unfortunately, the running back had to understand, don't try to pick it up. You fall on the ball, and we didn't. We tried to stay on our feet and pick the ball up. That was what went wrong, and that's why Wautoma got it. You just drop, and you snake your body around the ball.
Well, with that, it was a loss of 5 on the play. The fumble recovery by Wautoma. They have it at their own 39-yard line, first down and 10. Now just a single running back. Here's Royston, 40. Still working. Breaks the 45 to about the 49-yard line before he's brought down.
Does he run
by
with
the
a
Tigers.
lean? Holy smokes. He's got good size, good speed, and he runs with I don't know if I've seen a running back that low with his shoulder pads.
Parker Stelmacher, Carter Kissinger in on the tackle. It was a gain of 10 yards out to the 49, so it's 1st and 10 for Wautoma.
That was a quiet 10 yards.
It was,
yeah. I would have guessed it was more like 7 or 8. That's his finishing of the run that gave him the first.
Perkins, left side, he's got room out there. Midfield, 45, 40, 35, cuts in and down inside the 20.
Wow. Ripon is really struggling defensively tonight on the edge. There's no contain whatsoever, and it's too easy for the Hornets.
I got a little too excited. He was out of bounds at the Ripon 23-yard line, but nonetheless, it is a gain of 28 yards to the Ripon 23-yard line.
Ripon mistakes is setting the table for the visitors to improve upon their lead.
1st and 10. Royston up the middle, got room, cut to the outside, breaks a tackle, got some speed at the 10, another tackle broken, touchdown Wautoma.
What a load. He is thick, fast, balanced. I didn't realize how just thick Royston is as a runner physically.
And this one is a 23-yard touchdown run by Skylar Royston.
Well, it's gut check time for the Tigers now.
And this puts Wautoma a touchdown ahead to make it 20-13 with the point after touchdown kick pending. And it is up, and this kick is good. So that makes the score now Wautoma 21, Ripon 13 with 8 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Well, it's early, not even halfway through the second quarter. I dare say Ripon needs to come away with points because the defense for Ripon is not in any position right now in a position to stop this offense of Wautoma, their ground game. So you said it earlier, this could be a shootout, and I really believe Ripon needs to come away with points on this possession.
Each team, let's see, Ripon with 2 turnovers in this game. Wautoma just has the 1. And that last one was costly.
They're awfully quiet out there right now, Ripon. You just see it, quiet body language.
Yeah.
And they need to feel good about themselves, and the best way to do that is to make a big play. Starts off with a kickoff return. Who's back for them, Lynn?
We have, it looks like Carter Kissinger on the far side. Dylan Martina, who gets the ball there at the 18. He's out to the 25, up the middle. He had some room, but boy, Jordan Perkins tackled him down.
Yeah, laid his right shoulder on him.
And it's a nice return, though, out to about the 31. So Ripon has some good field position, but as you mentioned, Marty, they need a sustained drive to keep the Wautoma offense off the field.
They need points, not even a sustain.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. If they have the ball, that means Wautoma doesn't. Right, I get that. But just on the scoreboard, they need to, if they're going to feel good about themselves, that they can compete with this Hornets squad, they need to score here. Normally I wouldn't think that, but just reading the body language and the way this game is going.
Change at quarterback. Jackson Nelson, the freshman, hands the ball off to Stellmacher, and Stellmacher's going to lose 2.
Well, that's a nice job by the big kid. It's going to be a Wisconsin Badger from his right defensive end spot. He just swallowed up
Michael Roski.
The play.
Yeah. So that's a loss of 2 to make it now 2nd down and 12. As we're at about the 7-minute, 40-second mark here in the second quarter.
Wautoma really has some nice size, don't they, in their linemen?
Yeah. They do. You know, those are sharp uniforms. Ripon's got nice sharp uniforms. Wautoma, good uniforms.
I can tell you this, too. It's possible to have a white uniform with orange numbers and see what the numbers are.
Yes, it is.
Ripon needs to make note of that.
Good lighting here at Ingalls as well. Here's the handoff to Cumber. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gets one to the 30 off the left side, and down he goes with the tackle made by Alan Jimenez Cervantes. So we'll give him a gain of 1, but Marty, that makes it a long 3rd and 11 for Ripon. And now we've got a stoppage and a timeout taken by the Tigers.
Alan Jimenez Cervantes. Alan, I'll just call him Big A.
He's a big kid, yes. Yes, he is.
So, I told you about I get to tonight's matchups. Well, the battle for second place. The Papermakers of Nakusa taking on the Wisconsin Dells. At both teams at 5-1. Winner will finish up behind Berlin on the season. So the teams that, right now, the teams that are going to be going to the playoffs are Berlin, Nakusa, the Dells, and Waupun, who's 3-3, we know in conference. They're fighting for a playoff spot tonight, and Waupun is home against Mauston. That is the matchup tonight, I think. Along with, really, I don't want to understate Nakusa at Wisconsin Dells in that battle for second place all alone. Who's ever going to finish up at 6-1 in conference?
And the South Central Conference, we could have 4 teams make the playoffs?
Yes. Yep. If Waupun wins their game tonight, it looks like they'll be in with the Dells and Nakusa, and then, of course,
Berlin,
our arch rival.
3rd and 11. Nelson gets a snap. Cumber trying to get to the outside. He outran one defender, crosses the 35 to the 38, and he's down. Just short of the first down by a couple of yards.
I think you're going to have to go with Eric Cumber. He's showing he's got a lot more giddy up than the banged-up Parker Stellmacher. As much as nobody wants to have to admit that, that's what we're seeing out there. Stellmacher comes out. Coach talked about in pregame interview how we always talk about his offensive prowess, Parker Stellmacher, but it's also...
Now he's coming back out, so...
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a punt. Ripon is going to be in punt formation. Jordan Perkins back deep for the Wautoma Hornets, standing at about his 30.
Such a big mess to lose that leadership as we get flagged.
It's going to be a legal substitution, I'm sure, because Ripon broke the huddle with 12 players.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to cost them another 5.
They still got too many men out there.
Yeah, now another one comes out. So they actually broke the huddle with 13, I guess, because then Stellmacher ran off, and then we had Ben Gerke running off.
There's strength in numbers, by golly.
Indeed.
Too much strength.
Okay. Kissinger gets the snap, ready to punt it. Decent punt.
Backward spin on that punt.
Perkins lets it bounce, and the Tigers.
31, 32?
Yeah, right around there. Yeah. Nice hustle by Vincent Meek to down the ball at the 31-yard line of Wautoma.
It was good because it was bouncing back in favor of Wautoma. Yeah, that punt actually came off of the toe of the kicker, and it was spinning back towards the direction of the kicker. If you were on the diving board, we would call that a full gainer. So, field position. The defense has not shown any ability to stop the run game yet of Wautoma. The big play of the game, though, Ripon was looking at scoring their third touchdown, end up throwing interception for a pick 6.
Here's a handoff to Royston as he runs into a wall of Tigers, but still manages about 4 yards.
How did that happen? He's got 4 jerseys pushing him the other way, and he still said, and he got 2 more yards.
Yeah, we're going to give him a gain of 5 to the 36, second down 5. The Hornets have 5 minutes, 35 seconds to work with here in the second quarter with 2 timeouts.
Based on what we've seen. How's that alignment for power football? Look at that. That's why Ripon's getting sucked in off the edge.
This is Perkins this time. He cuts to the outside to the 40. He's got the first down, still going to about the 45-yard line, and a first down for Wautoma. So a nice run by the Hornets. I see onto the field now John Moreno-Valdez. He's been down twice tonight, but not keeping him out of the game.
He's replacing Adam Rush.
Handoff Perkins. No, I did beg your pardon. That's a handoff to Brady Abbots. And Abbots will get to the Ripon 49. So he breaks into Tiger territory with a gain of 6.
He's small by stature, Adams, but a much quicker little water bug type of runner.
Second down and 4.
We haven't seen a really defensive play yet tonight by the Tigers that can really go up there and stuff a play.
Let's see what happens here. Up the middle, Royston.
Knocked right off the line.
Nice job by the Tigers. Only gains a couple of yards on the play. And it looks like making that tackle was Kyle Schleyline, the freshman.
Well, this is 2-down territory for them, so it's going to be tough to prevent them from moving the chains if you're Ripon on 3rd and 1.
From the Ripon 46-yard line. Again, that power backfield, almost a wishbone.
Well, quick count.
And I bet you it's a penalty against Wautoma. They weren't set,
Yeah, they wanted to go with a quick, it's called first sound. You go on first sound and got caught moving.
They were not set. It was 3rd and 1. Now make it 3rd and 6. And the ball's going to go back into Wautoma territory at their own 49. That penalty at 3:55 here in the second quarter. So 3rd down and 6.
Someone step up, make a play for the Tigers.
Handoff, Royston.
Nice.
And, he broke free a little bit. He's very close to the first down. I think he's got it.
He got 4 more yards after contact. I mean, it looked like, I said it looked like they had him stopped for a 2-yard gain. All of a sudden, he got 4 more yards and a first down.
Owen Mueller-Wolf was the Tiger who eventually made the tackle, but not before. Wautoma gets a first down at the Ripon 45-yard line.
Wautoma very businesslike in their run game.
Here's a pitch. Back. Is this Abbott's?
Yep.
It is. And he gets inside the 40 to the 37. You know, Marty, ever since Stellmacher got that injury, Ripon just seems to have lost their air.
Oh, not seems. They have.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important to have leadership, and you're missing 23 out there on the defensive side of the ball. He's one of those leaders along with guys like Kissinger.
That's a tough break. Gain of 8, second down 2.
Power ball right here.
Royston cuts to the outside. Penalty marker down 30, 25 to the 24, but I think this is coming back.
If you're Ripon, you got to hope that yellow flag is just what you said.
I'm not sure if it's going to hold or a legal shift or what. I guess we'll see here. Holding, yep, Wautoma. So that's a big break for Ripon.
It was right at the point of the attack
where
Royston was.
So the ball was at the Ripon 37.
Called it on Jordan Perkins, too. He's got his hands out there, must have extended his arms on the hold. And that's when it becomes so obvious to the official. That was thrown by the side judge.
So back to the 47 to make it second down and 12.
Now, can somebody for Ripon step up and take advantage of this opportunity is the question. They got to tackle Royston by gang tackling. He's shown what he can do.
And here's the snap. Back to pass.
Look for
downfield at the 25. It's going to be incomplete.
What a hit.
As two Ripon defenders converged on the receiver.
It was a hit, and he is down. What a nice, clean, solid hit. Just mentioned him earlier.
Carter Kissinger was one, and the other was Travis Cumber, the sophomore.
It was Kissinger's kiss, man. He rolled over the top and laid the wood out on him because that ball was a caught ball until Kissinger had something to say about that with his physical hit. And it looks like must have had his foot in the turf when he was hit, and he's got a bad wheel there.
Grant Kulabert, a sophomore, is the injured Wautoma player, although now he's walking off the field.
They only threw the ball in last week's win, their first win of the season, only threw it twice. Both of those were caught by Jordan Perkins for marginal gains.
So now we have a third down and 12 for Wautoma. Again, the Hornets have 2 timeouts. There's 2:15 remaining in this second quarter.
Big play. You know, there's one thing to have leadership. It's another thing to have leadership by example. It doesn't get any better than what we just saw with Carter Kissinger on that play. Clean play.
All right. No receiver, but a power set. And Pika, the quarterback, going back to pass. He's looking to the right. Now he has to run. Flag down. It's incomplete at the 30, and looks like another penalty against Wautoma.
Yeah, now it's going to bring up 4th and 12 if they do not accept the penalty.
It's a holding call, yeah.
Let's see what they do. If coach wants to move him back again and trust his team, or if in fact you decline it, make it 4th and 12. Let's see.
Well, if Ripon wanted...
Coach is taking it. You know what he's thinking, Coach, for Ripon? He's thinking field position. And he's trusting his defense that right now they seem to find their mojo a little bit. And you can see why Wautoma is not a passing ball club. And
third down, I was going to say, I'm sorry, Marty, but third and 22.
Fine. Yeah.
The one thing, if you take the penalty, that runs more time off the clock. If you declined it, it would be 4th down, and you'd get the ball back sooner, but the field position.
Let's see. How many timeouts? I don't see.
Ripon has 1.
Oh, okay, that makes it tough.
So Pika on the inside handoff to Abbott's. A lot of room. 45, cuts inside to the 50. Nice hit out there by Schleyline, the freshman.
Well, Eric Cumber, he got knocked off. Blocked by his man. Cumber was barely able to stand, and then turned around and just saw the runner and made a nice play. And like you said, then the sophomore came in. Cumber making the initial contact. Nice job by the junior running back.
So from the 48, makes it 4th down. Wautoma will punt. Kissinger back. Perkins in punt formation.
Make sure they punt it.
That's the other thing, yeah.
First time we've seen punt team tonight by the Hornets.
A nice spirally punt, but goes out of bounds let's see where the officials will mark it, right at the...
And that's what he was
right there,
doing.
22.
That's what Jordan Perkins, the punter, was doing. He was trying to do a corner coffin kick. Did a pretty good job getting it inside the 25.
So that leaves Ripon with 1:26 and 1 timeout remaining here in the second quarter. Stelmacher still going out there as running back. Now we have Nathan Hansen.
I'm surprised.
The quarterback. Nope, now Stelmacher's coming off.
Yeah, I was very surprised with that. He just can't go. You know, a lot of guts, a lot of heart, but he can't go. That's a shame for him, shame for the Tigers. They really miss him out there.
Here's a snap. Cumber. He broke a tackle or two. Out to the 30.
One. Now, I don't like that spot because he was being bear hugged, and the tackler pulled him down on top of him. So cost him a yard. Maybe I'm being a little picky, you might think, but hey,
gain of 8. Second down 2.
Clock is their enemy now if you're Ripon, getting down to the 1 minute mark before the snap.
Ripon hustles up to the ball. There's the snap. Back to pass. Down across the middle. Intercepted at the 37-yard line by Brady Abbots.
Boy, Hansen, that's the part of the game he's got to get better at. He locks in on his receiver, which is fine if he's wide open, but he doesn't see the rest of what's going on. You know, the safety or, in that case, the outside linebacker floating over, reading the eyes of the quarterback. That'll come with more experience next season.
So that leaves Wautoma with 51 seconds, 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
The ball at the Ripon 37-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, so now can Ripon keep them? What a once again, a change of events here. Can keep them out of the end zone.
Handoff, Royston. Cuts inside 35, down to the 32. Down he goes.
Well, you get a patient, physical runner like Royston, and then sees the lane develop, get up in the hole, and then with his physicality and style of running, really punishing the would-be tacklers for the Tigers.
2nd and 6. Pitch out to Perkins, left side, and now he's at the 30, cuts in, and down to about the 21 before he's out of bounds.
Boy, that's... You know, as long and slow developing as that play was, you'd like to think Ripon players would be out there on the edge making the play and not surrendering so many yards. That has been what's happened is Ripon's had to really stack from tackle to tackle because of the effective running game of Royston, and what they're giving up, we've seen it here in the first half, is the edge and getting way too many yards, way too easily on the outside.
1st and 10. From the 21, Royston. He's got room to the outside. Does he have the speed? Breaks a tackle. 10, 5. Is he in the end zone? The official says yes. Touchdown, Wautoma, with 13 seconds remaining. Another 21-yard touchdown run from Skylar Royston. His 3rd touchdown tonight.
Well, it's quiet now, 27-13 with 13 seconds left. Maybe the number 13 isn't always.
Well, Ripon started off well, up 13-zip.
Yeah.
Last 27 by Wautoma.
And right away I said, forget about what you're doing on the scoreboard. You got to,
Make that
Wautoma knew it too. Wautoma has a swagger about them. And I can see why.
Make that the last 28 by Wautoma as the point after touchdown kick is good. 13 seconds remain in the second quarter. It's now Wautoma 28, Ripon 13.
The best thing about this Ripon team is that all those 9th and 10th graders will be a year older next year. They're not going to lose that much when you have, 9 seniors? And then
we'll go through the list of them here.
And then whatever you pick up for next year.
But it's been a tough first half after it started so well for Ripon on this senior night.
Yeah, when you fall behind the way they are now, 28-13, really changes the way you're going to coach the game offensively, too, assuming that Wautoma has had to punt once, and as it turns out, got the ball back a few plays later. And they keep when they have it, they're putting it in for 6.
Here's the kickoff. Hits the ground, and
That's
somebody
a
better
live
jump on
ball.
it for Ripon.
Yeah.
As it took a Wautoma bounce to the 30, and the Tigers do finally jump on it.
Yeah, the kickoff returner has to get up there and catch that ball.
Vincent Meek finally jumped on the ball at the 30 with 13 seconds remaining in the half. As we mentioned, it is senior night, so there will be a lot of introductions here at the halftime. Been a long first half time-wise.
Very.
But we'll see if Ripon decides what kind of plays they're going to run here. Again, they have one timeout remaining.
Yeah, they just don't have enough time here.
Hands the ball off to Cumber. Right side has some room. Cuts in close to the 40. Breaks the 40 for
first down.
First down to the 41 with 6 seconds. Let's see if they'll call a timeout to run another play. And they're going to, yes. And that's a good move because
take the last timeout.
You want to run another play, get these kids to run as many plays as possible, and don't waste it.
Well, I don't know.
You never know. You never know what can happen.
Yeah,
I guess.
We saw that when they were going in for what we thought was going to be a third score.
Yeah.
And end up going, 97 yards, you say, the other way?
Yeah, no, that's correct. So the ball's at the Ripon 41. There's 5 seconds remaining. Ripon took their final timeout. And probably the final play of the half, but nonetheless. But a lovely evening here in Ripon at Ingalls Field.
We're getting into the latter stages of October. And to think that it's going to be tomorrow in the low 70s, Sunday, low 70s, Monday, mid to upper 70s, sunny. My goodness.
I'm going to have to cut my lawn next week.
I got to mow mine. I haven't decided. I'll probably have to blow leaves first.
All right.
Here we go.
1st and 10.
Aggressive or just conservative?
Hansen. Cumber. Cuts up. 45 midfield. Has some room. Cuts back to the 40. And he's still on his feet. 30 down to the 25 before he finishes the half and the run. What a run by Eric Cumber.
Yeah, it really was. Nice effort by the junior.
And that ends our first half of play with our score at the half. The Wautoma Hornets 28 and the Ripon Tigers 13. Again, it's senior day. There will be some festivities. We'll have it for you on the visual here. But for the here and now, it's halftime, and we'll be back to talk to you after the half from the Ripon Channel.
She is good at whatever she sets her mind to and gives 110% of her effort for cheer. We are proud and love you so very much. Congratulations, Naya. Cecilia Strong from your parents. Follow your heart, always, Cecilia. We love you more than all the grains of sand on all the beaches in all the world. Congratulations. Nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our parents and our seniors and our high school cheer team. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we turn the halftime over to your Ripon High School band. some noise for your Ripon High School band. And get your 50-50 raffle tickets out. Get your 50-50 raffle tickets out. We're going to be announcing that after this next song. 50-50 right after this next song. Get your tickets out after this song. $280 if they win a ticket.
Okay, I'll be hungry for all night.
Winning ticket number, last time, 414-0956. We're turning back over to your Ripon High School band.
minutes and 1 minute, Jonathan. All right, welcome back to Ingalls Field, and we're glad to have you watching and listening on the Ripon channel, youtube.com/Ripon channel. The half is just about completed here, and our score, as we mentioned, the Wautoma Hornets 28 and the Ripon Tigers 13. The scoring went this way. Boy, it was all Ripon early on as the Tigers got 2 touchdown passes from Nathan Hansen to Declan Dudzinski, one a 22-yarder, one a 21-yarder, and the Tigers were up 13-zip, but then it was all Wautoma after that, as Wautoma had a 13-yard run by Skylar Royston, and then a 97-yard pick six interception return by Jordan Perkins of Wautoma, and then 2 more touchdowns by Skylar Royston in that second quarter, 23-yard run and a 21-yard run. Ripon been hobbled a little bit here, obviously, with Parker Stellmacher getting an ankle injury, lower body injury early in that first quarter, about midway through the first quarter, and Ripon has never been the same since.
No, that's a good way to put it. That's exactly right. He ran for a first down on that, and number 7, he grabbed on his back and rode him down, and Stellmacher would not relinquish with that big defensive tackle hanging on him, and something had to give, and unfortunately, this time it was that left leg injury. He sat out last week due to that hamstring, and so his night's probably done. His high school career is probably done. Typically sitting for another 25, 30 minutes, with halftime and such.
Doesn't help.
Does not help. Things kind of tighten up. And
yeah. Well, anyway.
Are they looking for a football? What's going on here?
Yeah.
No, the ref has the football, so they're looking for
the tee.
Oh, okay. Reminds me of that old commercial. I love basketball, but you got to have a ball.
All right, so the Tigers will be kicking off to Wautoma to begin the third quarter. Mentioned earlier, it's senior day today, so all the seniors were introduced at halftime with their parents and or guardians and or sponsors. And so that went well, and the Ripon High School band played at the half, and
Sam
they
Erickson,
do such a great job. They
director.
really do. Yep, they do a great job, and now we're ready to start the last half of football for both of these teams.
And Ripon needs some good mojo again. They need to get off to a good start, trailing by a couple scores here.
Kissinger to Perkins at the 15, up the middle, and he's still going up the middle, cuts to the outside. He may take it to the house, but Carter Kissinger gets him at the 20-yard line.
Boy, Carter Kissinger, man.
Wow.
What abilities and what desire Kissinger has. He's done that a few times. Good job. What a return.
Yeah, 64-yard kickoff return
Too easy.
to the Ripon 20-yard line, basically right up the middle by Jordan Perkins, who's had himself a pretty good football game here tonight.
Yeah. Wautoma with some really nice, good, skilled position players that are seniors seems to be the difference here tonight.
All right, Pika, the quarterback, going to hand it off up the middle. Now cutting the outside. That's Perkins. Does he have enough speed to get to the end zone? No. Nice tackle out there. Again, Carter Kissinger at the 9.
Yeah.
So a gain of 11. Kissinger saves another touchdown.
Yeah, he took a look at him, too, and Perkins didn't look back at him. He was letting him know. Nice job. That was a misdirection there. It was set up to the defense, making it look like it's going to be a quick pitch, sweep left, and then all of a sudden they come back with a counter out the back door with Perkins. Kissinger, great job of reading the play and making the play.
Here's Royston now, cutting to the outside, now back inside at the 5-yard line, and he waltzes into the end zone for a touchdown. Wautoma on a 9-yard run.
Yeah.
That was pretty easy and only 46 seconds off the clock.
All set up on the kickoff return. And I don't know. That's not what you wanted to see to start the second half here in Ripon. If you're the Ripon fans, not what you wanted to see. 4th
touchdown of the night for Skylar Royston. And the point after touchdown kick is good to make the score now. Wautoma Hornets 35, Ripon Tigers 13.
Really matches his performance of a week ago with 4 touchdowns. Don't know about his yards, but he ran for nearly, he did. He ran for 254 yards a week ago tonight. And seems to be on his way to making a set of bookends for performances on back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, I don't know what his size is because they no longer
big.
put
but he's big.
Height and weight on the programs.
Yeah, he's thick. He is thick.
He's only a junior, so he'll be back next season for Wautoma. And they will welcome him back for sure. And, of course, the quarterback will be back as well, Peyton Pika. He's just a sophomore.
Yeah, those sophomores got to step up because you only got 3 juniors listed on that roster for Wautoma, of which he's one of. So this team for Wautoma, you got fewer than 10 upperclassmen on the entire squad.
So here's the kickoff.
Out of bounds, maybe?
And it's going to go out of bounds. And let's see.
At this point, where they can spot it, let's see if he just takes it where it is, and he will.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, no. They're going to make him kick it again.
All right. Trying to get something good. Get good to happen on a return. Boy, how do guys like Kissinger, how are they able to still, you don't come off the field.
Yeah. He doesn't.
And I mean, those are some big-time sprints on that return kickoff to save a touchdown Kissinger had, and then he made the tackle on the next play going wide to the outside. I mean, I don't know where these guys get all this energy.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. In the first half when it went out of bounds, the officials put the ball at the 30 for a 10-yarder. Now they only put it at the 35.
I do not have the recollection.
All right.
But good observation on your part.
I'm positive of that. All right, so Kissinger picks it up at the 23, 25, goes left side, has some room, cuts up at the 30, 35, now goes back to the right, crosses the 40-yard line, and he's still on his feet at the 43. They're pushing him across the 45 before he finally goes down at the 46. So good return.
Yeah, sometimes at the timing of the kickoff team, when you get a short kick and then a mishandling of the ball throws that timing off on the coverage. But what an effort by, just talking about the kid, Carter Kissinger, one of those seniors. What a nice effort. He finally gets to come off the sideline and collect himself.
So the Tigers will start 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Boy, he's got to be gassed, Carter.
Yeah, he does. Couple of touchdown-saving tackles there. Hansen starts at quarterback. Eric Cumber to the left side. Midfield, nice run. to the 45, and he breaks free. He's got a first down to the Wautoma 40.
Well, maybe it's Parker Stillmacher wearing number 4. What a great effort by Eric Cumber. He's coming into his own, and he got a nice chip block from his teammate on the edge, and what a nice job that was by Eric Cumber with second and third efforts. We've seen that. He's getting all those touches now, and we up here get a chance to see what he can do, and he's not disappointing anybody. What a nice block that was, too, by number 25 for Ripon, Kyle.
Schlayline.
Yeah. Just a freshman.
1st and 10. Now to the right side with Cumber. Racing to the edge. 40, 35, and down he'll go. Nice little run that time by gain of 5. The tackle out there by Peyton Peak at the quarterback.
Boy, is that big to get those yards on that 1st and 10. You go back to that huddle and you feel so much better about what's going on. Gets those offensive linemen all jacked up too, knowing, okay, we're moving the ball here.
That play gains 5 to make it 2nd down and 5. Ball at the right hash.
The problem for Ripon tonight has been on the defensive side of things for the most part. The inability, trailing 35-13 after scoring the first 13 points of the game and giving up the next 35 to Wautoma.
Hansen gets a snap. He's going to roll left and wants to pass.
Oh, he's got him.
He's going to throw it, and it's incomplete. Declan Dudzinski was there, but it kind of was over his head and short of Dylan Martina, so it does fall incomplete.
I thought he was going to go deep to Martina on that deep out. He had his man beat. Those are there. You just got to hit them. Yeah, he threw him between the two receivers. A moderate out by Dudzinski and a deep out by Martina. And he had his pick. So now, I don't know. He was rolling out to his left. Makes it a little more difficult for that right-handed thrower.
Stops the clock with 9:23 remaining in the third quarter. Hansen. This is Mink with it. Breaks a tackle, and he did not get back to the line of scrimmage. And now a penalty flag comes flying at around the 40-yard line.
They threw the flag right in where the ball was brought down to the turf. And we got the official that threw the flag pointing towards Ripon.
I think it's going to be a hold against Ripon. That's my guess. But let's see here. As we await. The run went to the 37, so he lost 2 on the play. And a personal foul, actually, against Ripon. So something must have happened.
Well, we've seen a good share of those this season. And that's talk about it all the time, about trying to change the culture, trying to change everything in this program at Ripon High School football. Once a real proud program is really back down on the bottom, and it starts with numbers. And like I've said, I've said it once, I've said it quite a few times. You have that many 9th and 10th graders on a varsity team. It was never meant to be that way, and that's the toughest thing you're dealing with here, is to get the numbers out, and then where you start having mostly seniors and juniors on your varsity squad. That's the way it should be.
3rd down and 20 after the penalty. Ball at midfield. Hansen, Cumber up the middle, and he gets to about the 47 before he's going to be dragged down.
That personal foul was the breaker of the drive.
So that gains 3, but that'll also bring up 4th down.
Yeah.
Brandon Miranda on the tackle.
Yeah. You want to put them back inside their 15-yard line. Let's see what if they can execute with a good snap. And by the way, the snapping has really been good of late, these last few games by Ripon.
Kissinger in punt formation as are the Tigers. Jordan Perkins back for Wautoma.
One man short.
And he runs onto the field. Snap. Punt. Wautoma's just going to let it land.
There you go.
It's going to be inside the 10, inside the 5. And it's down right at the 5-yard line. And Vincent Mink once again heading down there to down it.
Nice job. Put him in a hole. The problem has been Ripon being able to bring up, third down and long situations for Wautoma, and they haven't been able to do that. So let's see if they can do it here.
8 minutes, 1 second remaining in the third quarter. Again, 35-13, Wautoma.
Look for a steady diet of Skylar Royston again, down deep in their territory. Look for a run right up inside the tackles here. There's that T formation, wing T.
Pika. This is going to be Abbott's.
The quick guy.
He crosses the 5 to about the 9.
Good yards for 1st and 10.
Gain of 4. 2nd down 6. And Wautoma with this big lead, they're going to be in no hurry here to snap the ball, but they want first downs too. As they started this drive way back at the 5, now at the 9. Here's the handoff. Crossing the 10 to about the 15-yard line, very close to a first down.
Is he even
Is the
out?
running back Abbott's.
Oh, yeah, Royston is out there. I was beginning to wonder if he was even there. Okay. Yep.
He's going to be short, Marty, by about the football to bring up 3rd and very short. So Wautoma lines up for this play.
I'd give it to him again. Same kid.
And
Royston.
I think it is Royston this time, and a penalty flag goes into the pile. And I'll bet you that's another hold, and so that's going to hurt Wautoma. Yep, holding against the Hornets. So instead of 3rd and short, it's going to be back to 3rd and 10.
This will be our last Ripon High School game of the season. And then there'll be a slight break, and then we'll be picking up the Ripon High School boys and girls basketball season, home games. And that'll be happening. I didn't bring my calendar with me to see when the first one is, but it'll be sometime in November.
Yeah, I've got the schedule.
I haven't seen
but
it.
I haven't, not the broadcast schedule yet.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, here's the handoff. This looks like Abbott's again. Yes, it is. On this 3rd down and 5 play, it ended up to be. And out to the close to the 15 again. He's very close to a first down. But he's in the same spot as before, Marty, 4th and about a half a football. But maybe they're going to give it to him. No, they are not. He still has to get just across that line, and he's just shy. Wautoma's going to go for it here.
Oh, yeah. With the lead and your confidence in your run game, needing inches, quarterback keeper.
Yeah, quarterback keeper. He's got it.
Oh, yeah.
To about the 17. So he probably gains a couple of yards on the play. The quarterback, Peyton Pika.
Looks like he got about 3. Oh, they're just going to give him 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
2 to the 17.
I was thinking it was more.
Don't be doubting. Don't be a doubting Thomas, Marty.
About what?
Where I said the ball is going to be placed.
Oh.
1st and 10, Hornets. Again, ball on the left hash. Pika hands the ball off up the middle, cutting to the outside. That's Royston. 25, close to the 30, and down he goes. He's going to have another first down for the Hornets.
Yes.
He's a tough guy to bring down.
As soon as you see the first move, you without seeing the jersey number, you know what running back has the ball.
Yeah. He runs this one out to the 30-yard line for a 15-yard gain, and that gives Wautoma another first down.
Nice runner. Very nice runner. Quite a few in this conference.
35-13 Wautoma. Here's an inside handoff. Is that Abbott's? Yes, cuts to the outside, but he's dragged down at the 37. Declan Dudzinski. He doesn't give up on the play and brings Abbott's down.
Move.
Yeah, after a gain of about 6.
Dudzinski did a great job of negotiating through the navigating, I should say, through that blocker in the open field and still being able to bring him down. That was a difficult play.
We'll call it a gain of 7 to the 37, second down 3. Wautoma started this drive at the 5. Here's Perkins. Cuts inside, crosses the 40, down to the 43, and he'll have another Wautoma first down. So the chains will move once again for the Hornets. Officials will mark the ball at the 44-yard line after a gain of 7 yards. We're at the 4:25 mark here in the third quarter. Pika, Royston.
Nice job, Eric Cumber.
Goes out to about midfield. Gain of 6. The ball will be on the Wautoma side of the midfield stripe.
Or was that Eric Cumber? I thought it was a 4, but just a good job on the edge, whoever had him. Great close down on him.
2nd and 4. Abbott's crosses midfield, and he's very close to another first down, and I think the officials are going to give it to him at the 46-yard line of Ripon.
Yeah, he got it. They should give it to him because he got it. I see they've made some changes there defensively, Ripon, at the linebacker position in particular.
Well, no Parker Stellmacher, of course, because of a lower body injury.
Well, we're seeing...
Here's a pitch to Perkins, left side. Now he cuts up, 45. Not much room there after a gain maybe of 2 yards. That's it.
Yeah, sophomore Levi Thompson's getting some playing time out there.
Number 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's played off and on this season on the defensive side.
Yeah. Usually towards the end of games, he's in here pretty early and staying out there too. It's good. Just a 10th grader.
Gain of 2, second down and 8 from the Ripon 44. Abbott's cuts it up to the 42-yard line before he's down. Nice job by the Tigers, 73, John Moreno Valdez.
Yeah, it was. They stuffed that play nicely.
Just another 2 yards to the 42 makes it third down and 6 for Wautoma. Here's the pitch. Perkins left side, crosses the 40, and he's very close to the first down at the 35 before being run out of bounds on that far side. I think that's
Carter Vanderbrink.
Carter Vanderbrink, yep, a sophomore.
Another sophomore.
But meanwhile, Perkins did get enough for the first down to the 35-yard line.
A lot of 9th and 10th graders out there for the Tigers.
1st and 10 Hornets. What a methodical drive here. This is going now. Abbott's, he's got room to the outside. 30, 25, breaks a tackle, now turns around inside the 20 before he's brought down at the 18-yard line. And another first down, Wautoma. Carter Kissinger in on that.
I did see the hold call, so it's coming back.
Oh, I did not see that. So penalty.
Occurred right where the player for Ripon, Weston Page, another sophomore for Ripon, got his helmet.
I saw the helmet come off.
Up.
Yeah.
Well, it was grabbed, and I think that's what the head referee threw his flag.
All right, so instead of a first down, just outside the 20-yard line of Ripon, the penalty brings the ball way back to midfield to make it first down. I'm sorry, not midfield, but 45-yard line to make it first down and 20.
That's midfield.
And here comes the old sound of progress. The train coming through here shortly. And legal formation here.
I think offside.
False start.
Right tackle, 52.
So let's see what
I
they
don't
call.
know what happened. He came out of his stance.
False start. So now Wautoma started this drive at the 5-yard line. They've burned up most of this third quarter as there's only 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, just
and
sort of in mediocrity, just sort of limbo back and forth on the field, right? I mean, 10 steps forward, 10 steps back.
And now they're back to midfield to make it first down and 25. All right, here's Royston. Got to the 45 before a host of Tigers stopped him at the 44. So he gained 6.
No one's ever able to. Every tackle is always an arm tackle.
Seems like up high, doesn't it?
Yeah. No one uses their pads and pops. They just grab with arms and then try to drag. They got to work on that next year, technique, and get low and use your shoulder pads.
So it goes to the 44, gain of 6 to make it second down and 19. Ball's at the left hash mark. Pika under center. Counter play. This is Jordan Perkins. He's got room on the outside. But he got tripped up nicely by Declan Dudzinski at the 38.
Nice job. I guarantee you those Kissinger and Dudzinski, they definitely are watching number 5.
But he does gain some yardage, about 6 yards, to the 38-yard line to make it 3rd and 13 for Wautoma.
I remember him, Perkins, his sophomore year. He ran well for the Tigers, but he seemed to be injury-prone also at the time.
He's played a full game here tonight and has done well.
Well, the interception is the exclamation.
Now he gets it pitched to the left side.
Yeah.
He is at the 35-30, short of the first down, though, out at the 26.
I would have loved to have been a running back where you get on a quick pitch or just a sweep, and there's nobody out there.
Yeah.
There is nobody out there. And it's because they've had to focus so much up inside the tackles with that T formation, and Royston, number 11, carving them up inside the tackles, that whoever gets that call to go wide, it's Christmas morning to a 10-year-old. I'm telling you. We've seen it all night long.
Yeah.
There really hasn't been an unsuccessful wide play.
That play ended the third quarter with our score, the Wautoma Hornets 35, the Ripon Tigers 13. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter here in a moment. And we're back here on a fourth down and 2 for Wautoma. And they get to the 21, and it's another first down for the Hornets.
Just a methodical attack with every so often a big play by Wautoma. But we saw the same thing last week, the way Nakusa Papermakers handled Ripon's defense a week ago. It's just a lot, you see games like this, if you're Ripon, you don't really want to look at tape after the game too much.
And now what do we have? Equipment issue, looks like. But we're good to go. So from the 21, it's a 1st and 10 Wautoma. They've converted 2 fourth downs here tonight. Here's Royston, who cuts right up the middle, and he crosses the 20 to about the 15. So he gains about 6 to make it second down and a short 4. We'll call it 4. With the ball right at the 15-yard line.
Well,
And what a drive. This started way back at
all of their drives.
Their own 5-yard line.
All of their drives. They started another one on the 5-yard line earlier.
Here's Abbott's cutting to the outside, but he goes down.
Excellent contain.
Oh, and now a flag right at the 15.
Oh, that's going to go against Ripon, of course.
I think so.
Oh, yeah. You're not going to have a penalty on a guy that gets tackled to the ground.
2 Tigers tackled him, and I think it's a face mask.
I guess, because it looked like he was hit inbounds.
Yeah. Yep, it's a face mask. So that'll be a first down for Wautoma. They'll place the ball at the 9-yard line. It was half the distance to the goal.
So remember, viewers, listeners, the South Central Conference is for football only. And then Ripon will play their other sports back in their traditional conference.
Abbott's again, cutting to the outside. He's at the 5, cuts back in, dives into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown for Wautoma. The 5th touchdown of the night for Skylar Royston. A 9-yard touchdown run. At the 10-minute, 41-second mark here in the fourth quarter. So that makes the score Wautoma 41, Ripon 13, pending the point after touchdown play. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So now it's 42-13. A 29-point lead, and the mercy rule doesn't kick in till 35 points. So
let's see what they'll do following the kickoff return. I'm looking to see that freshman quarterback for Ripon, Nelson, in for the Tigers. I'll be surprised if he's not.
Yeah, you're probably right. We'll see. Time will tell here. But nonetheless.
So what started out
promising
with
really.
a 2-touchdown lead to start the game. Really it was all about the passing game. Ripon unable to sustain the running game tonight. Found it too difficult up in the trenches. And then losing Stellmacher. He tried to make a go of it, Parker, but got a bad wheel and just too many things going against you. So those seniors, this is your last game, not what you wanted. Great start, but just outmanned, I think. Getting ready shortly here for the kickoff.
Yeah, doing that kicking off. He's had a busy foot tonight is Alan Jimenez Cervantes.
Yeah.
There's the kickoff, and this one won't go out of bounds. It'll be taken at the 20-yard line. That's Vincent Mink out there, out to the 30. Cuts to the outside. He's got some room. 40. Cuts in. 45 down at the 46-yard line.
Got lost in the traffic. Great field evasion by number 10. Great job.
Carlos Enriquez made the tackle for the Wautoma Hornets. So Ripon will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line with 10 minutes and 33 seconds remaining here in this fourth quarter. It is Nathan Hansen at quarterback, Cumber behind him, and Hansen's out of the shotgun.
Coach Selgrad for the Tigers, he wants another touchdown.
Here's Cumber cutting to the right side. Now he cuts up midfield, breaks a tackle, and gets a first down for the Tigers at the Wautoma 44.
Nice run by the junior. He knows how to use his pads as a weapon on that first would-be tackler. Does a nice job to get those extra yards.
Yeah, it was a good run.
Definitely the running candidate for the starting feature back next season for the Tigers.
I would think
Eric
so.
Cumber.
Yeah.
He'll be the guy. He's shown it when he got the opportunities. He's done a nice job this season.
Ball's at the right hash. Hansen
gets
a snap.
Look,
Cumber up the middle, 40. Down to the 39 before he's hits a wall of Wautoma Hornets.
That Wautoma squad is so small. If you just look at the sidelines, how many available players there are there. I'd say there's about 7, maybe 9. And that's a small squad, but I'll tell you what they got out there plays extremely well. And the ability to finish the deal. And it looks like here they're going to get back-to-back wins for a team that was 0-7 on the season, and then to win the last 2 of the season. Boy, that makes that end-of-the-year athletic banquet a lot more enjoyable.
2nd down and 5 after the 5-yard run by Cumber. He gets the ball again up the middle to the 35, and he has a first down, I think. Yes, at the 34 for the Tigers as they roll with another first down on the legs of Eric Cumber. So another 5-yard pickup to the 34.
It's always good to see that sign given by the official, first down. Make that chain gang move a little bit.
Yeah, that little bit of south and east breeze.
Declan Dudzinski comes out for Ripon, one of the seniors. He's gotten pretty good at catching touchdown passes here in the latter stages.
Two of them tonight
of his season.
Hansen, Cumber, right up the middle, crosses the 30, cuts down to the 20, 16 before he's brought down by Marshall Woyak, another sophomore for the Hornets.
Yeah, he's little, but let me tell you, he's a player. He's a good cover man as well. Number 1, that sophomore. Little guy, great instincts, good feet.
This one goes out to the 16-yard line, and a nice run again by Eric Cumber, and another Tigers first down. So 1st and 10. This has been all Cumber on this drive for Ripon, and he has responded with some good runs. Now Vincent Minks in the backfield.
You know, it's not like Wautoma can do a lot of substitution if they wanted to with those low numbers, as he stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1 or 2.
So looks out to the 13. So gain of 3, we'll call it. Yeah, 2nd and 7.
Wautoma, like I said, Wautoma doesn't have enough players, so they'd say, hey, you know what? We got this game won. Let's, give some of our other players some playing time. They don't have that. They don't have that ability to do that. See, Declan Dudzinski split out left, twin formation out on the left on the wide side of the field. Let's see if they're looking at him. Nope.
Mink, 10, 5, touchdown Ripon! Nice run by Vincent Mink.
Off the right tackle.
Yep.
Very nice run.
On a, 13-yard touchdown run. So the first score for the Tigers since quarter number 1.
Well, their first 2 possessions, actually the first possession they went down and scored on a touchdown pass. Then they were fortunate on Wautoma's first possession to create a turnover. And then once again, Declan Dudzinski from Hansen. And before you knew it, you could barely warm up to sitting down in your chair to start the game. Ripon's up 13-0.
High snap. So Declan Dudzinski's going to grab it, tries to do some nifty moves. He gets into the end zone, but I think it's coming back. There's a flag down.
Yep. It was a good decision by Dudzinski.
Well, he's been shifty all season long. So they will bring it back. Unless Wautoma decides to decline it and give him the 2 points. Unless it's against Wautoma. Oh, it is. Personal foul against Wautoma.
Jeez.
So that means it's good.
A personal foul?
So
boy, you're winning 42-20 to 19, and then you do a personal foul late in the game.
On a busted point after touchdown play.
Got to be some hard feelings out there.
Well, regardless, it's Wautoma 42, Ripon 21, 7 minutes and 14 seconds remaining here in this fourth quarter. One thing interesting, Marty, about Wautoma, they've been able to get a couple of Division I athletes out of that little school. Jared Aberderis several years ago, and now this Michael Roski, both heading to the University of Wisconsin.
Berlin's done the same.
Yeah, they have, yeah.
Joe Stellmacher at Wisconsin, Dallas Llewellyn at Wisconsin, and from the line,
And
Stellmacher safety, and then you had Andrew Marks went out and played for Brown at tight end.
And then you had that kid played basketball for Creighton out of Berlin. Can't remember what his name was.
Yep.
So, yeah. So you get these schools, they every once in a while you get a good Division I athlete out of them. And this Roski, as we mentioned earlier, is a Wisconsin commit, 6'7", 290.
Yeah, watch him redshirt him, and then he gets a hangnail so they can gray shirt him. He'll sit 2 years, work on his game, work in the weight room.
So a lot of schools wanted him out of that Big Ten. Here's an onside kick, and it's the Wautoma player couldn't grasp it. And let's see who ended up with it.
Ripon.
And Ripon did end up with it. Wow. Good job for the Tigers. And let's see, is that number 8? Yes, Nathan Hansen, the quarterback. So that onside kick by Kissinger worked very, very well.
Yeah,
and
he does
Ripon
it all.
will have it at the 33.
Kissinger does do it all. In fact, I bought a hot dog from him at halftime.
You did?
Yeah, Kissinger is everywhere.
Well, it was a nice-looking onside kick, and the ball was really spinning away on that turf.
Yeah, big time. Spun away from the Wautoma player.
All right, so Hansen will get it. Here's Cumber.
Look at this.
He's got room to the outside. He's headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Eric Cumber.
Well, what we've seen, Ripon's lack of contain tonight off the edge just returned the favor. Ripon just now to Wautoma on a nice run. He got by one man, and it was just a foot race to the goal line.
Eric Cumber on a 33-yard touchdown run at the 7:07 mark now in this fourth quarter.
You're down 42-13 in the fourth quarter, and Andrew Selgrad has his boys no quit.
Yeah.
Back-to-back touchdowns.
And I'm willing to bet we'll see back-to-back onside kick,
Can he
too.
pull that left?
Yeah, the point after touchdown kick was no good. It was pulled to the left. So our score now is the Hornets 42 and the Tigers 27. So, yes, sir.
So, stranger things have happened, but looks like Wautoma's going to walk away with this nonetheless, unless Ripon can continue to kick successful onside kicks.
Well, you might as well try it again.
3 or 4 in a row, and now you got something going.
Well, Ripon was aided by the personal foul penalty because they were able to kick the ball off.
Good point.
At the, midfield stripe.
Yeah, so the recovery, you were well into Wautoma territory. Good point.
But this time Ripon will have to kick it from their own 40, and again, I would suspect they'll do it again.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
You got the full moon blaring down on you. And
yeah, maybe the lunar gravitational pull will have something to say about this.
Yeah, they say there's a...
Wind's picking up a little.
Yeah. Yeah, out of that southeast.
Make up your mind. Is it the south or the southeast?
Well,
you said
a little bit of
southeast.
both.
No,
Southeast.
I'm teasing.
In that area.
It is southeast.
All
Here
right.
we go. Can he do it twice in a row?
And he bounces it out. Oh, he's going to do it again. Oh, my. The Tigers get the ball on their own 48.
Off the face mask on the second hop.
Oh.
And now that kick was a traditional, excellent execution of the kick. The first one that spun was an awkward situation. This was exactly the way it's drawn up, where the second hop off the turf goes way up, hit the lineman up the up back in the face mask, bounced off back towards the Ripon pursuit, and was an easy recovery. And how interesting does this get suddenly, right? Like I said, it was 42-13 early in the fourth, and all of a sudden Ripon with another opportunity to cut into this lead with 7:06 remaining in the game, trailing 42-37, and an opportunity with another score, dare I say, make it a one-score game.
Andy Krieger, the head coach of Wautoma, just took a timeout to either scold his players or B, calm them down.
Let's calm them down. There's nothing to be scolded about. Those two onside kicks, just, sometimes the football gods are working in the favor.
It's got to be the full moon, Marty.
Yeah, maybe.
The home full moon. All right, Hansen, back to pass. He's going down the middle of the field, and it is incomplete.
What did I tell you about that sophomore?
Yeah, good coverage at Marshall Woyak, the sophomore.
He is a player, and he didn't pass interfere. He was right on the back. The ball should have been thrown sooner, and it was a jump ball because of that. If he could throw that ball sooner, let Dudzinski do what Dudzinski does, and that's catch the ball and run for 6. I like the call by Selgrad. You got the recovery on back-to-back onside kicks. Go up top, try to get a quick score. Catch him off guard.
2nd down 10. Here's Cumber. Crosses midfield and down at the Wautoma 47-yard line to bring up 3rd down and about 5.
No.
Now what do we
down. Don't know if it's an injury or a cramp. You hope it's the latter. He gets up.
Oh, he's going to be okay.
He's okay. I like that. He's a tough kid, football player. I can't imagine what's going through Selgrad's mind when he saw that.
All right, 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers at the Wautoma 47-yard line.
So now Vincent Mink will be back there. He's had a carry tonight for 4 yards or 5.
All right, here we go. Kissinger in motion.
Oh.
The snap was not able to be handled, but Hansen made something out of it as he scrambles across the 45 to the 44 to make it 4th and 2.
Yeah, I've been talking about how that snap makes me nervous going over the top of way too high on the quarterback. Now it was just the opposite. Well, here it is.
Here it is. This is it, yeah.
It's 4th down and must for Ripon.
Yeah.
Anything less than 2 yards, the ball will be turned over on downs, and that'll pretty much take away any chances you would think that Ripon might have a chance to come back from what would seem an insurmountable deficit.
Well, let's see what happens. Hansen, the snap goes over his head, and now he has to go down and grab it at the Ripon 44-yard line. So that's a tough mistake, and the ball will be turned over now to Wautoma, negating any bigger rally by Ripon after the 2 onside kick successes.
That's a tough one in the teeth. That's a kick in the teeth. That's Ripon's dealt with that, early in the year, last season, even before Selgrad got here as the head coach. It's just something that Ripon's had to deal with in center quarterback exchanges. This is nothing new.
All right, so from the Ripon 44, 1st and 10, here's Abbott's. He's going to cut it up the middle. He broke a couple of tackles across the 40-yard line to the 39 before he's brought down.
Abbott's one of the few seniors on that squad. Head coach doing a nice thing, letting Abbott's get a lot more touches. He's got the win in the column, and he's letting another senior get more touches, and my guess is he typically does.
So now that was to the 39, gain of 5, 2nd down 5.
Royston has, 5 touchdowns and a whole wagon load of yards.
That he does.
Letting the clock go down.
Yeah, and then the 25 seconds, waiting for the official to make a move to count it down. Here we go. This is Royston, and he's going to be dragged down around the 37.
Drag's the word. He has been dragged down on every tackle tonight. Not one tackle has he been really stood up and denied.
The Tiger, John Moreno Valdez, the sophomore, made the stop to make it 3rd down and 3 from the 37. So we had a little excitement there at the end as Ripon pulled off a couple of touchdowns there and a couple of onside kicks. But then the bad miscues there on 3rd and 4th down. Royston. And he's not going to get the first down. He crosses there. He gets stopped right around the 35 to make it 4th down and 1. But as we've seen tonight, Marty, Wautoma's been successful on 4th down.
Yeah.
So the ball's right at the 35, 4th and 1. And again, Wautoma using the clock, taking their time.
So this is it. This is week 9. That's the end of the season for those teams with a losing record. This is it for the season. No games next week. Just getting ready for the playoffs for those 4 teams for the South Central Conference that will advance.
Here's a handoff right up the middle. Royston, he's got the first down and more as he crosses the 25 down to about the 22. That was really a quick puncher right up the middle.
He definitely got the first down, didn't he?
He did.
You got to be. That's got to be a tired team over there on defense for Ripon.
Yeah, for Ripon. Yeah, I mean those kids playing both ways not only tonight, Marty, but all season. So
a lot of and you look at the lineup for Wautoma, and they got a lot of young underclassmen also. When I think I counted 5 seniors and 3 juniors only for Wautoma.
Here's the pitch to Abbots. He cuts it up inside the 20, and he'll go down right around, the 18?
That was designed to go to the outside. It was forced in nice by the Ripon left edge and forced him back up inside of the pursuit for a modest gain.
Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Hornets. Two minutes remaining in this 4th quarter. Hornets 42, Tigers 27. Tigers did make it interesting there at the end of that, or in the middle of the 4th quarter here.
Yeah, I was looking for another touchdown and make the game interesting here down the stretch.
Here's Royston on the carry inside the 15 to about the 13 to make it 3rd and about 1. So, we want to thank those seniors tonight, including Declan Dudzinski, Carter Kissinger, Parker Stellmacher, Evan Pick. We have Riley Jackson, Adam Mink, Spencer Nitsky, Aiden Rosh, the team manager, Thania Munoz Dominguez. She's done a great job for this Tiger team on the managerial part. Here's Jordan Perkins out to about the 6-yard line and another first down for Wautoma. And that's probably going to finish it off here unless Wautoma decides to do one more play. But the seniors, and that includes the cheer squad as well. And
hey, our tech supervisor, I want to thank him, Jonathan Steffen, behind the camera here on the 50-yard line next to us, Patrick Cronin. Those guys have been with us the whole season pretty much, and I just want to thank them for their professionalism and dedication and really, and making you look really great, too, I might want to add, Lynn.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Here's Abbots. He's going to cut in. Does he get a touchdown?
Sure
yes, he does.
Yeah. So that young man doesn't score a lot of touchdowns probably. Not with the likes of Royston and Perkins, huh?
No.
Good for him.
7-yard touchdown run to make it 48-27 with 27 seconds remaining. And the point after touchdown kick coming. Again, the kicker tonight for Wautoma, he's been a busy young man, that's for sure.
Yeah, between PATs and kickoffs, absolutely.
And that is good. And, again, that kicker was Alan Jimenez Cervantes. He's done a good job tonight.
Yeah, and you like saying that name.
Absolutely.
But there is something to that, the sound of that. I agree.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And you're going to be busy with the college, with the PA system during the round ball season. So
yeah,
I'll see you on occasion. We'll chat, I suspect. Otherwise, it'll
sometime next month, I would think we'd have a basketball game, huh?
Yeah.
The girls' game probably towards the end of the month.
Yeah. I think that's a good guess.
Good guess, yeah. Which is always fun.
We got to hear
that.
Our executive producer, Riley Eisnagel. I'm surprised he has not forwarded us that schedule yet. I just want to say that over the air to put a little pressure on him so he can get me that email so I can make my plans accordingly.
Plans need to be made.
Plans need to be made. Here we go. Don't think we'll see an onside here.
No. The final 27 seconds. All right, picked up at the 21-yard line.
Kissinger.
Across the 30. Out to the outside, 40, 45. He's got some room. Oh! Kissinger got tackled right at the 41.
What a nice run by the senior.
And again, there's that kid, Marty, we talked about for Wautoma tonight, that number 1, Marshall Woyak.
The kid's a player, and he's not big. I mean, this is a small kid, so that's why people always think that you got to be big and all this and all that. Hey, if you're an athlete, you can play just about any sport.
Oh, we've got an injury by the Tigers, too, unfortunately. That's too bad.
66 or 56?
I think it's 56, but
66.
Was it 66? Yeah, Matthew Riddick, sophomore. So
Jeez,
that's
how many
a tough
times
break.
have we said that?
Yeah, tough break.
Yeah, I mean, right at the end of the game, absolutely. It stinks.
All right, so 19 seconds remain. 1st and 10, Ripon.
This should be the last play, I would think.
I would think so.
19 seconds? Maybe not.
Nathan Hansen. Cumber crosses the 40. 35. Hey, broke a tackle. 25-20. He's going to go for a touchdown.
Attaboy.
Eric Cumber on a 41-yard touchdown run. Oh, he spiked the ball, and he is going to get a penalty.
Well, make it easy for the officials to throw that flag.
Well, I don't know if he spiked it or if he just set it down. I guess I'm really not sure.
I didn't see it, but if you set it down, that would be okay.
Oh, he did the he celebrated a little bit, Marty. He did the whole arrow to the sky sort of thing, So, well, anyway, I guess the officials felt the need to throw a flag.
Well, you have to. You're forcing their hand.
But that changes the score now to 49-33. And not only that, but sets a record for the longest 2 minutes of a game.
Well, you seem to be on to something about this being somewhat of a shootout. Didn't look that way going into the fourth quarter. It looked more one-sided. But all of a sudden, Ripon came up with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
So that's a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Good job.
That's what allows the coaching staff to
evaluate, right?
And to talk about, right. Who's still playing when the outcome on the scoreboard has already been determined.
Second touchdown for Eric Cumber here tonight. And
this is where you wish you had a 10 or 12 point extra point play, but they don't.
Not in this league anyway.
No. Going to go for 2, it would appear.
I would think, why not?
Gee, I wonder who's going to get this ball.
Right?
Yeah.
Hansen out of the shotgun, yeah.
Unless they got designs.
Oh, he's going to pass it.
I'm just going to say.
He's under pressure.
He's going to run it.
Hansen's going to run it. He's going to make it, too.
Yeah.
He does.
Nice job.
Nice job, Nathan Hansen, running to the left corner of the end zone.
Probably wanted to hit a senior for a pass in the end zone. And this
That's what it kind of looked like, yeah.
Yeah. So good for them. Good for Ripon to finish on you can definitely say on a real good positive note in a couple different areas. When you look at special teams, I've never heard of such a thing or seen it, witnessed it. Back-to-back successful attempts on onside kicks.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
That is, I don't think we've ever seen that in our football lifetimes at any level of football. That'd be one for the record books I'd like to see, even in professional football.
So the score now after the 2-point conversion is Wautoma 49, Ripon 35.
Yeah, you were right about the shootout, my friend.
And now let's see where the officials place the ball for the kickoff after the penalty.
Yeah, now you were saying that they evidently put it at different locations each time.
Well, now it's at the 40, so I don't know. Maybe they declined the penalty. Maybe, but if it was a personal foul, you can't decline those, can you?
No, because and maybe it depends if the personal foul is during the play or on a dead ball personal foul.
Yeah, but then they would have moved it back after the PAT. I don't know. I guess it's something that we just will never know the answer to, just like how many licks it gets to the center of a lollipop, right? To get to the chocolate center.
I think you can count those. Yeah. I'll have some test run on that. Get that back to you for during the round ball season.
All right.
Here we go. Gee, I wonder what we're going to do here.
Another Oh no, it's not an onside kick. Little pooch kick.
Oh, and it bounces
back.
And it
bounces, and Wautoma will grab it at the 34-yard line. So one final play remaining. And this season will be over. The Tigers will end the season with 1 win and 8 losses. And Wautoma will end the season with 2 wins and 7 losses, including the last 2 games in a row. And a big night for the Skylar Royston. He had 5 touchdowns for Wautoma tonight.
4 last week, over 250 yards rushing last week, and that's the game.
Yeah, that'll be the game. And 2 touchdowns for Eric Cumber tonight, 2 for Declan Dudzinski on senior night. And that's it. So our final, Wautoma 49, Ripon 35. We're glad that you joined us here on the Ripon channel tonight. We appreciate you watching and listening. And we'll be back next month for basketball. Right, Marty?
We will. High school. Ripon High School basketball back into the normal conference, the old conference. And then I'll see you over at the college during the round ball season.
Absolutely. So, again, our final, Wautoma 49, Ripon 35. Thank you for watching and listening all season long.
Yeah.
It has been appreciated.
And good luck to those seniors for Ripon in the future.
So, that'll do it. Our broadcast from Ingalls Field here tonight on senior night. You have been listening to Ripon Tigers football on the Ripon channel.